shoot. Okay, is it recording? Oh yeah, it looks like Farah joined. Hi, sorry guys, for those of you joining in on our recording. Is it? Yeah, it's recording. Okay. We didn't start out by recording, but Roxy and I were just giving an update on the pivot, that things are moving forward. We've got about half of the respondents saying that $35 sounds great. The other half are saying $50 or more sounds better. Half of the respondents say that showing a standard rate option for clients to choose from is a good thing to have, and the other half say let's only show the standard or show the reduced rate. And what we're deciding is that we will just customize it per coach and then find ways to make sure that the coaches can surface on the website based on those customizations. Anything else huge? The hockey stick. Roxy was describing that, you know, we're like this on the hockey stick, and we do anticipate going like this, so we're definitely in a forward momentum. That and the talent survey, doing a quick summary here for the recording, we've reached out to marketing, sales, PR, and fundraising first, and we had several meetings last week. And now this week, we're also looking into tapping into the rest of you who responded in other areas for the talent survey. So I think that caught us up more or less on the recording. And Farah, we see you joined. We've already done introductions. I don't know if you wanted to jump in and just introduce yourself to the rest of the group. That'd be great.
Yeah, am I on mute?
Nope, we can hear you.
Oh, hey, yeah, I am Farah. Traveled with the military, so I have a big military background doing health education. I worked in hospitals as well as with youth and adolescents in colleges and teaching settings as well. So, hi.
Hi. Thanks, Farah. We also have Mary, Carol, Mark, and Allison. Who's joining from a phone call. Oh, and we have Vince joining. Yeah. Vince, if you wanted to introduce yourself real quick, I'll unmute you.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yep, now I can hear you.
Hi, what would you like to know? Sorry, I missed it.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Who you are, where you're located, what you do, high level.
Okay, so my name is Vince. I'm in Marquette, Michigan, which is, we actually don't even appear on some maps. I'm in the UP right near, no, seriously, I've actually had maps of the country delivered to my place of work, and we haven't been on it. It's just been missing. It's real, missing part of Michigan. And right now I teach psychology and sometimes sports psychology, and I'm putting together a development program and training to be a behavior analyst. So yeah, that's what I do.
Thank you, Vince. Glad you could join us.
Yeah, I'm sorry I was a little late. I've had internet problems for the last 2 days with some pages will work and some things won't, and email goes down and then comes back.
Well, you have to be on the map to have internet.
There is that.
Well, thank you. Glad you could join. So we were just, we turned on recording late, but I wanted to just bring this slide up from last week and see if there are any questions from anyone in the group. I think most of you are on mute now, so if you do have a question, please unmute yourself.
Hi, Anne. This is Mary. I wanted to ask you guys, what is the I guess the take on it when you speak to people out in the world, and you know when you're telling them about Teacup, and what is the response, and what are their thoughts, and who are you guys chatting with about this whole program?
Yeah, great question. We've been chatting this up since October, November last year. It didn't formally have a name, I guess. When did we finally name it? Was it January? No, it had to have been October.
Yeah, I think
it was October.
Yeah.
So,
end of October.
Yeah. The feedback has been tremendous, and there's we're basically getting the feedback, the same feedback we've gotten from all of the coaches when we were going through the interview process, that there is a huge need for this sort of centralized resource, that the fact that we can serve so many different specialty areas is very important, It simplifies things. If a doctor says, hey, I want to send my patient to meet with a coach, it's easier to say, go to Teacup Wellness than to
Right.
say, hey, I know a coach, or maybe I don't know if this coach is available. This is that central umbrella, which we've recognized from the beginning is a big value add. And then regarding the pivot, and I'll let Roxy jump in too, but then regarding the pivot, the people we've talked to over the last week or so as that solidified have also been tremendously supportive and excited about what that does to kind of broaden our reach. You've already seen that our intent has been that we would get the for-profit up, turn some revenue, and then turn our focus to foundation work.
Right.
When we didn't see that for-profit work getting traction, we didn't want to wait much longer to watch it just stagnate. We wanted to kind of merge the two into this social enterprise idea. And that, it seems to be, everyone we've talked to, I haven't heard anyone say, are you sure? Everyone has said, wow,
Yeah.
great idea. So far, that's been my response, or responses to me. How about you, Roxy?
Yeah, Sophia, I'll add just a little bit to that. It came when I was talking about this to several people in the group the other day. Everyone said that because this idea is new, that they hadn't heard of anything like this before. They've heard of coaching directories, and then you have the healthcare world, and that doesn't really have this kind of health and wellness
Crossover.
Yeah, and it's so what that meant to me, and what I got validation on this too, was that that's why it's been hard, is that because it's something new and there isn't really a roadmap that we're following. So that just that made me feel like, well, then okay, it's supposed to be hard. And
If it were easy, there'd be a lot of it out there.
A lot of it out there.
Exactly. No, exactly. And I think the thing is, I like the fact that, once we get out there and the lower base price, I think will help a lot more people to see that they can do this, right? That they can afford health coaching. I mean,
Right.
I think in the past, a lot of people, health coaching is one thing that a lot of times the doctors that I've spoken to and have really wanted that it's a need that's out there, and unfortunately it's not in a lot of our just our natural criteria as a doctor to have that basis to refer it, and they just don't have the time. They don't have the time to sit with a patient and work with them one-on-one. It's basically in and out. You've got this, here's that, there you go.
Diet, get some exercise, good luck.
Right, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So to have this resource that they can actually refer people to and say, this is a great place, and then have the abundance of modalities that we have, I think is, I think it's huge. So I think it just takes time. Like you said, if it was easy, it wouldn't be all what it is, right? So I think you guys are doing a great job, and we're just kind of hanging
That's
on.
encouraging. Thank you.
Yeah, it take everything that's worth it takes time, So we're just hanging in there with you guys and doing as much as we can do as well. So.
Thank you. Yeah, that's important. We know that there's some uncertainty. There are some people who came in. We were always trying to be very transparent that we don't want people to quit their day jobs. You've got existing coaching, keep it going. If you're just starting out, don't count on TCAP for being your sole revenue.
Exactly.
It's a new model. We could always flip it and say, okay, each of you pay us, $400 a year, and we'll make it.
As a member, right? As a member.
That's nice.
Even that wouldn't be enough, though, to cover the. So that wouldn't work. But that's been done, and we don't think it's the model.
Right. So you guys are doing great, and just hang in there. It'll turn around. It always will, right? So we're here with you.
We think so too. Yeah. And in fact, I've got to talk more with Roxy about this, but we have an idea about some verbiage around the two kinds of giving that we're anticipating. We'll go ahead and share it with you guys and with whoever listens to the recording. One of them for what we're calling the greater good, where it goes into the larger teapot, and we turn around and give 75% of that toward the coaches to provide coaching services to people in need. That we're saying is, you know, giving to the greater good. And we have some, should I share the little visual I did?
Sure.
Why not? I did a visual yesterday. I'm kind of excited about it. Let me
She's
see if
trying
I-
to do my
I am. Well, she was doing my job last week with writing. She was coming up with all this great writing. Let's see. I think I have to pause share and show.
job. We've
Come
done this
here. So now you can learn from
before.
from me.
Learn from you.
There you go. So
You
I
have to have it open.
got that open. I'm going to resume share. And can you see this little design?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Is that fun or what?
Yeah, that's adorable.
You like
I love
that?
it.
Here, I'll zoom out a little bit. So we're looking at that as being a visual that helps, you know, communicate what we're trying to do. And we've got a lot of other ideas. And Roxy has this animation idea that she's going to pursue once we get kind of the foundation up. And then another one that she and I are still kicking around is using the word karma when it comes to giving to your coach specifically. So we're calling it, and I was even thinking on the way over here that the coaches who participate in this would be like the Teacup Karma coaches. So we got to talk about that if it makes sense. But something like, you know, if you give at this level, it's good karma. If it's a little higher, it's amazing karma, you know. So it's like encouraging karma, because then part of that definitely goes toward the greater good as well. And
Right.
you're going to communicate all about that. So I thought we would share a couple of those creative concepts around this.
Yeah, that's a great visual. I love it. The teacup.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Any comments or questions from anyone else? Looks like you're all on mute, so
You're talking? We can't
if
hear
you're
you.
talking, we can't hear you. All right, so with that, I think we can wrap up. Thank you to everyone who joined. Thank you for being our cheerleaders in the background. We can feel it. It's very important. Thank you.
Bye,
Take care.
everybody.
Bye-bye.